before money, before kings, before numbers defined wealth, humans stood beside rivers and searched for food. And sometimes, they found light. In what is now Bulgaria, archaeologists discovered the oldest worked gold in human history. Over 6,000 years old.
Whoa! Mom! Dad! Come here, quick! Look what I found!
Gold did not rust like iron. It did not decay like wood. It did not crumble like clay. It survived. Gold is rare, but not too rare. Soft, but not fragile. Divisible, but never losing value.
Whoa, look at that!
That combination made it different from every other material humans knew. In ancient Egypt, gold became divine.
Great Pharaoh, these treasures are but a token of our respect. In return, we humbly seek your blessing on our endeavor.
They believed gods had golden skin, so kings covered themselves in it. When humans feared death, they searched for something permanent. Gold appeared eternal. It wasn't just decoration. It was hope. Until this moment, trade required trust. You had to know the person you traded with. When Lydia stamped gold with the seal of Croesus, trust shifted from people to metal. That means if the king guaranteed its weight, strangers could exchange safely. Gold coins moved across Greek city-states, then into the hands of Rome. The Roman Empire carved entire mountains apart in Spain. Gold didn't just fund trade, it funded armies. In India, gold entered something deeper than politics.
This is for you, my daughter. It is beautiful, mother.
Gold became inheritance, security, cultural memory. That means when banks did not exist, jewelry became savings. When Mansa Musa crossed the Sahara on pilgrimage, he carried so much gold that prices fell in Egypt. And this says that gold's abundance in one place affected economies in another. For the first time, metal shaped global markets. When Europeans heard of cities of gold, they crossed oceans. Empires were destroyed not for land, but for metal. Gold flowing into Europe caused massive inflation, known as the Price Revolution. As factories rose and empires expanded, gold moved from temples and battlefields into vaults. By the 1800s, nations tied their currencies to it. Paper was no longer just paper, it was a promise. Each note could be exchanged for a fixed amount of gold, and because gold was limited, governments were limited, money had rules. After 2 world wars, the world was exhausted. Leaders gathered in the mountains of New Hampshire. They needed stability. The decision was simple but powerful. The US dollar would be backed by gold.
The current reserves are insufficient for the projected needs. I agree. We must consider all options.
And every other major currency would be tied to the dollar. Gold was no longer in circulation. It sat in vaults, guarding the world's money. For decades, paper carried a promise. In 1971, that promise ended. The United States would no longer exchange dollars for gold for the first time in history.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. I address you tonight on a matter of great importance.
Global money was no longer tied to metal. Currencies became backed by something invisible. Trust.
Our allies are losing trust in America's leadership and in the dollar. This could destabilize the global economy if we don't act now.
In 2008, the system trembled, banks collapsed, markets froze, and yet,
The Dow's down 800, it's a crash! Get to cash, buy gold now!
I'm reallocating. Gold's the only safe play.
when financial systems shake, Investors returned to gold in 2008 as trust in institutions fell. Gold surged across 6,000 years. One pattern repeats.
Gold is surging. The crisis is driving investors to safe havens.
Today, value moves at the speed of light. Money is numbers on a screen, algorithms trade it. Machines move it. Some believe code can replace metal. Others still return to what does not change for 6,000 years. Humanity has searched for something stable. The question has never been what shines. The question is, what do we trust?
So, is gold valuable because it shines?
No.
It's valuable because we needed something that did not change. When everything else did, gold did not build civilization alone. But it gave humanity something it desperately needed, trust across time.
What if permanence becomes curse?